have stuff. In this video, we're doing what I've been putting off for at least 2 weeks now. It's the leaky oil pan as promised. Got some new stuff in the mail and some stuff that I already opened. This is the new hose for the breather. You can see the size difference, it's quite a bit bigger. These are the hose ends. This is the one that goes into the catch can. Now we just need to see what's in there. This is supposed to be a spring for the wastegate. I thought I ordered it for my wastegate. It seems a lot bigger than what I thought it was gonna be. I mean, that's pretty massive. I guess I've never taken apart a wastegate to know. This one's supposed to be, I think it's 11 pounds, where the one that I have in there is only half bar, which is like 7 pounds. I might not even need it, but it might be a better option just in case. I'm gonna bring it along when we go to get dynoed, just in case we need it. This is a heat shield for brake master cylinders. This is gonna mount up in there like that. I gotta take some stuff apart, but it sits somehow it sits in there. I don't know if it goes that way or that way, something like that. We'll worry about that later. This is just a new V-band clamp for the reducer off the turbo, because when I busted the downpipe, I noticed that clamp didn't want to come off, so I think that broke too. So it's just a new little clamp. These are those couplers I was talking about for my exhaust. So this, it's got like a little raised section in the middle. Just for an example, this would be like the end of a pipe, and this would slide over it, and then you can butt 2 pieces of pipe together. So I'll cut off and delete some of that V-band garbage, and we're just gonna solid weld into a 2-piece exhaust. I just got 2 pieces for this. I'm thinking that's all I'll need. They're just the same. Shouldn't take me as long this time. First time I never had on video, it was before I got the camera and started recording. So this time I kind of know a little better what I'm getting into, what needs to be loosened and taken off in order to get this oil pan off now that everything's in the car. And I'm thinking it'll probably take me about 2 hours to get the pan off. I gotta take apart the transmission crossmember mounts, loosen the motor mounts, shuffle some stuff around just to get room to get the oil pan off. So we'll see how it goes. I'll film some of it. Some people tell me I always look tired in my videos, and that would be because it's always when I get done with work that I start filming. So I have 10, 11, 12-hour days, and I start filming these videos for you guys, and I got people bitching that I look tired. You know what? Look at that. Can you see that puddle? It's right there. Puddles all over the place. That's just from driving it in and parking it. That bolt dripped before. Before I redid the pan, I had some dripping from that bolt, but it doesn't leak anywhere towards the front of the oil pan. It's only always in the back at the same damn spot. And it's always from this side. It doesn't seem to leak over on this side, but it comes out in the middle. And with oil, it's hard to tell because it can like go everywhere, and it's hard to tell where it actually came from. But when I'd dry it off and I'd start it and I'd look, it would be like right about there. That's where it would come from. So we're gonna get this all loosened up. And I'm going to try once again to tell if it's something from the rear main housing or the seal itself, or if it's just the oil pan again. And maybe this red gasket maker. I mean, God, there's a lot of that shit on there. I feel like that should have sealed it. But how else could it be coming out of that bolt hole? I mean, does anybody got anything on that? I don't get it. Make sure to drop a comment, because I don't know if I'm actually going to get the oil pan back in the car tonight. So I'm going to try to upload this video tomorrow morning. And if any of you guys have any ideas, I have a cork gasket for the oil pan, but it sucks and I'm not going to use it. It's this thing. And I've tried it once before and I do not like the way it seals, and to me it looked like it was leaking before I ever even started the engine, so I just abandoned that. Anyone I've asked says to use gray RTV, and we got this stuff, the right stuff this time. So it's supposed to be that 1 minute gasket stuff. I guess people have good luck with it. So yeah, let me know if there's anything you guys use that you know works every time. I'm gonna be checking the flange on the oil pan, make sure it's straight. I would think the RTV would be able to make up for a little bit of a difference. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to keep trying the same thing and having it not work. Transmission mounts are off. Motor mounts are loosened up. I got the front of the engine jacked up with the jack. I did it the same way I did last time. I got the bell housing bolts off a little easier this time than last time. And yeah, so while the motor's up, I have to get it up about an extra inch above from where it sits to slide the oil pan out. So now I'll just take all the oil pan bolts off, and I should be able to get the pan out now. Okay, so on the initial oil pan inspection, this is immediately after taking it off. Like, it just came off. And I'm just looking for spots where it looks obvious that the oil blew through. I don't know if you can tell, but that's where it was leaking before, at least partially there. So right there on the corner, it's definitely, but through here, it pretty much looks okay. And this was one of the spots where it was leaking, was that hole, and it's pretty obvious that it was there when you look at it. So let's take a look at the engine side. This might not be a super good thing. It doesn't look super wet. This is one of those moments where I don't know exactly what to do, because I've got the oil pan off. I cleaned it up a little bit. The leak came from right back in there, and I keep trying to pry on this shield, and I pulled a little piece of rubber out to try to see up in there, and that dust shield actually ends right there, and I just can't see enough in there, and I'm trying to do this without taking the transmission off. I put my straight edge here, and there is just the slightest gap ever. You can probably hear it. It's not perfectly level. I'm gonna try to find out tomorrow if that's actually enough of a difference to make it leak as much as it is. I'm gonna guess it would be, but I would think with that RTV using a flexible gasket like that it would seal that. So maybe I'll have to get that machine. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, my camera's about to die, so don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment if you have anything that might help me out in this situation, any ideas or suggestions. And yeah, next time hopefully we'll be putting the pan back in, and fingers crossed things are gonna go smoothly. So halfway there. Thanks for watching guys. We'll see you next time.